Let us see who's in the brackets. Let's check out Samu versus Astronoodle if they're playing already. So I swear to God I have ad blocker here. I guess ad blocker's not working anymore. There we go. Let's see, Gore's being special summoned. Sorry, we're a bit late to the game. Just check that the UI is good. Yeah, UI is good. Okay. So it looks like Samu is on Geargia. And I think this is no special pleading, if I am correct. New Roman, I'm not sure what she's on. Just see Dark Hole, Reborn, MST, and Agors. Can't tell if the live is actually working right now. Oh, that's a bad Veiler on the Geargiano. Yeah, I'm not sure. It says it's live, but okay. Hello, Gianluca, how you doing, man? Okay, so it is working. We're gonna see a Call of the a Monster Reborn back on the armor after the Veiler, and we're gonna see the armor set itself. They're both pretty even on card advantage. And Gore's is pretty hard for Geargia to deal with without like a Deep Prison or a Mirror Force in the back. There's Mirror Force. Samu is on main deck Mirror Force. I think it can catch people off guard. We're going to see a double set. We still don't know what No Special Pleading is playing, like at all. I've seen a Veiler and a Gores. So... I am doing well. I'm incredibly tired. It's pretty early for me, so I'm just gonna try and get through the stream today in one piece. See an MST on a torrential. The warning on the armor is big, but again, I have no idea what No Special Pleading is playing today. We've just seen power cards and Agors, so... that. Let me, I'm trying to get chat working here. I'll tab this. One Piece mentioned. Is the new Ramen from One Piece? I have only watched like 50 episodes of One Piece. See another MST on that. We're gonna see a set. I feel like it can't be Chaos Dragons with all the traps. It's a tour bus. Okay. It's kind of funny that the tour bus perfectly walls the Georgiano MK2. That's not something you'd expect. I guess you can recycle the gores at this point. I'm still so confused to what Noel is playing. Max C. Get the Sangin here, maybe? Because you can crash and then you can recycle one of your tour guide targets. Unless that eats. But we do know that Samu is on Mirror Force. Deep prison on the Sangin. That's a little unfortunate. Do you crash the tour bus at this point and just try and go for some damage? You can recycle the gores, which I'm not sure you necessarily want to draw at this stage in the game. Or you can recycle tour bus itself, maybe? I mean, hitting a Georgiana MK2 or one of the armors or an arsenal or something isn't awful either. Because this thing's like a DD Crow. You can do it from either player's grave. Thousand direct little chip damage. Samu has to get like a Call of the Haunted or something because he's nearly out of Geargy armor. He's got one Geargy armor left. I guess Set Arsenal kind of does that too. You just get to add back whatever gets bonked. Or Summon Arsenal because he can just poke over. I guess this risks Deep Prison, but it's pretty safe. I still have no idea what Noel's playing. There's another warning on the accelerator. 1300. Mechanical. Oh, is it Mechanical Chaser Dino Rabbit? I wonder. This kind of puts a little bit of a clock on. There's a warning. Back the other way. Okay, there we go. I finally got this working. Okay. There is an accelerator. Tribute that off right away. No attack. Guess that kind of makes sense. It's risking kind of being greedy if you swing there and the back row is a deep prison if there's no response. Infernity and Redo? One of my friends is tinkering with a deck. It's actually like, it can pop off. The only thing that's kind of funny is Papal Operative is your only way to detach like a Stygian or one of the Infernities. But it does look like a fun deck. You do still have like a tiny bit of an XYZ engine. I don't think it's like as competitive as it is in like Water, Fire, or as soon as you get Laval Chain, but it's viable, I think. The power level is so low, almost any deck can function. And Infernity can't just open the nuts and do like multiple barriers break. You see Compulse on the armor. Swing in for 1,000. Is there going to be another back row? There is going to be another back row. This is a pretty down-to-the-wire game. If it's another Compulse, Tour Guide can swing in for lethal. Back row. Is it another compulse? We're gonna see it? Nope. Another set. Noel has not seen any actual engine. It's just been mechanical chaser, tour guide, tour bus. Here comes accelerator. Special accelerator. There's the overlay. Probably gear gear. I mean, you can get back your like MK, but if that would have been a compulse would have been used. Could be like a fiendish chain or a bottomless or something. Nope, goes through. I feel like this is probably a battle trap. That's what my friend was playing when he was playing Infernity. And it, like, I won some games literally only because I had Valor for the Monk. Because when the deck pops off, it still pops off. He's got the floating loop going now. Probably Soul Silver Mountain. And then it's going to be pretty hard for Noel to come back here. Is this... I mean, saying it's gone. Void Ogre is a really nice addition. For sure. Oh, it didn't attack the set? I wonder what the set was. We literally did not see any of Noel's engine there. I think, obviously with Mechanical Chaser, I think this is Robo Rabbit and Tour Guide engine. But we saw Tour Bus, we saw Gores, and one Mechanical Chaser. And that was the only monsters we saw from Noel all game. Whew. 100% needs debunk. We were talking about that with my friend. It's very, very susceptible to the hand traps. I think any combo deck should be siding into debunk. And debunk's got some like other nice niche uses as well. Stops things activating the graves. You can hit the dark worlds. You can hit the hand traps. It's a pretty good side card. There's the rabbit. Will we see Maxi or Valor? Oh, no, it's going through for free. Sabersaurus. Troy, I think it's definitely been slowing down. Hopefully, I think like Marcus and Hydro and maybe even Sackface are going to help promote it a bit more. Again, since Nats is over now and we're probably going to do Rivals. But, I mean, I'm still happy if we get like 16-person locals. That's fairly good. Yeah, that does compensate for not being able to play Gemini Amps. I found, randomly, it's like, kind of, used to be a very janky side card, but Prohibition can be really strong in the format. Ooh, this game looks rough for Samu. Lagia Thunder King plus a back row. Another back row. Thunder King of Samu's Own here. Bottomless travel. This could just be cooked. Like it already be cooked. That's it. That's the game. That was a fast game. Yeah, the other guys were focusing on Edison a lot more. Like, I don't think many videos about REDU have been made in the last month. Oh, that's sick. I'm happy about that. How have you been, by the way? Did you end up going to that PS5 tourney? How did that one go if you went? I'm happy that they're starting with the REDU locals. I know like a lot of little places are running the locals and they're doing okay. I'm just happy to have a bit of a... I need a mental health break from Edison. I've been dust shooted too many times. So I'm taking like a month off from Edison until YCS Vancouver so I can just not get dust shooted and enjoy myself. So I'm going to try and host more of these online tournaments and maybe push a bit more content. Heck yeah, Gian, you're playing, as Fraser would say, you're playing for evil. I mean, that's one of my favorite things. I feel like so many decks can actually viably compete in this format. Like, I'm playing gadgets again for fun. I love gadgets in this format, man. Gadgets are so much fun. And I have like 6 or 7 decks in my bag. And I thoroughly enjoy playing every deck. Where in Edison, I don't really enjoy playing a lot of the main strategies. Oh, well. You would have 100% won the PS5, brother. I believe in you. Armor's gonna get set. And advantage is starting to accumulate. We're already at +1 for Samu. If that area armor resolves, he's going to be at like 3 cards over Samu's cards. There's a Cyber Dragon, Black Horn of Heaven, probably sighted in to stop Lagia. Reborn on the Cyber Dragon. And warning on the Reborn. That's a lot of counter traps. Oh, heck yeah. 3rd place is great. Oh yeah, the wind-ups is probably one of the hardest decks to play out there. Like, pure wind-ups is actually... It's got probably the most lines and punishes you the most for overextending or overusing your resources improperly. The deck is wicked hard to play. Like, I built Wind Up as well, and I gave up on it after like 3 months. I think you need a very good pilot behind that deck. I wonder what the back row are. If there's like a warning or something back there. Jin, you're playing Gigavice? Oh. That is also an evil deck. I mean, playing combo decks like that is fun. Like, even if playing against them isn't fun, playing something like Gigavice or Dark World is always fun. fun to draw cards or to like build a big board. It's not fun to be on the other end of that board. Yeah, you mentioned Chaos Hunter. I legitimately think that's like a good side. And as I said, it's like randomly good into matchups you don't think it would be good in. Like if you're playing windups and they first turn shock lock you, you just drop it on the Shockmaster. It's bigger than anything in that board. They can't deprison it. They can't use their own wind-up rabbit to like dodge things. And most of them are not on Mirror Force, so it pretty much is like a clean out to that board. It's drop first turn 2, so they can't warning it. I guess they can compulse it, which is kind of shit, but it's a lot of damage. We're going to see another Accelerator come out. Is this going to be the double Gigant? Warning here hurts. Warning here really hurts. I guess you have the Accelerator to kind of float, but I feel like you would have just warning the armor. More back row. Cyber Dragon would go hard. Again. Gears is incredibly consistent, yeah. It's a good deck. Damn. Torrential on the Guaiba. Are we going to see like a Judgment? No. Torrential goes through. That's so value, man. We know he's got an MK3 or an MK2 in hand. Adds an armor. Sets one more back row. I feel like one of those has to be a Starlight Road, because that back row has not done anything whatsoever. Hasn't been used on any attacks. Could be like a bunch of lances back there or something. Sets the armor passes. I mean, a rabbit top deck would go pretty big. Another back row pass. Armor. Is there a warning behind there now? Could be a warning behind there. That is allowed. What is this back row? Because whatever it is, it doesn't seem to do very much. Okay, here comes the little Gigant loop. If you have a Torrential here, you Torrential here. Yeah, that's actually pretty strong. That's pretty punishing for Samu. I think Noel's been holding that Torrential for a long time as well. Solemn Judgment on the Torrential Tribute. So you're going to be a Solemn Judgment in return? I mean, this is the normal summon. We know that Samu has another Gyugiano. But unless he's got a Reborn, there's nothing. Oh, okay, there's a Judgment on the Judgment. Normal summon is gone. So, unless there's a Reborn here, I'm not sure. Pass back. Rabbit? No, rabbit off the top. Tragedy. This seems like the last game where Noel just does not see a monster. We've seen one Guaiba and a Cyber Dragon and just traps. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't messed with Giga either. I don't think Metaphos has hard dropped it. I think he's just busy at the moment and kind of focusing on Edison. He still enjoys the format. He was on the stream last week, Or not last week, but last Messenger of Peace Monthly, he was here. So I don't think he's dropped the format. I think he still enjoys it. Yeah, and I'm surprised Hydro has never messed with Gigabyte either. He does love combo decks, you're right. Ooh, okay. A lot of little guys. Compulse? Bottomless, okay. Oh, he's making the Giga miss timing. Clever. There's only one back row, but I think we know Samu doesn't have much back row itself, so like a Guaiba, a Rabbit, anything here. Anything goes big. Cyber Dragon. Do you contact for a free 2000 here? Or do you just... Yeah, I think you have to, because otherwise they're going to use your Cyber Dragon. He does have Arvet Chicago coming up. The fact that Noel is like... The fact that this game is this close, when Noel has seen 3 monsters... Okay, Dark Hole. Oh, is that game over? That is game over. That was a really good duel for the fact that Noel literally saw no monsters whatsoever. Wonder what the last back row was. Let's check that out. And then let's check out the bracket, who's still playing. We still got Yari playing, and we still got Ty playing, and Alamasters. Whoop. I swear I had an ad blocker, and I swear it's just randomly not working anymore. It is there, but it was turned off because it is no longer supported. Titties. Okay. What was the back row? So that was Tarantula, that was Bottomless, those were known. Let's see what the last one was. So Judgment, I think it was... No, the Tarantula got used. I think it's got to be an unknown at this point. Heavy Storm. That was a really close game, though. I said, for what it was. For drawing Zero Engine, very close game. Let's see. There is Gyari versus Dennis. Oh, is it a Dark World mirror? No, Dennis is on Agents. And he stole the Grapha. Ooh, there's a Grapha to pop the Grapha. Oh, gold! Oh, but isn't that stopped by the skill drain? He gets a free body, but... Oh no. Does it resolve on field? I don't know. Oh, no. I think it activates Engrave. Let me check. Because it says special summon this target, then destroy them. Where's skill drain? I saw skill drain. Yep, skill drain doesn't negate it. Yeah, because if you read it here, it targets before it special summons, so it's activating fully in the graveyard. That's pretty nasty off the dealings. It's just a straight, straight +2 off the dealings. And removing gates is big. I mean, Graphic can still get in rotation here, but that works. Book of Moon. Monster Reborn. 4 Brow. Did Dennis? Oh, he got skill drained. That's why there's no shine balls. Graph is back. This is what I mean, randomly Prohibition on Graphos are so good, because they can't pop it with Grapho, and they can't summon Grapho. Can't really do anything with the Grapho. You obviously have to bonk the Venus here. Main phase 2. Set a back row. Pass back to Dennis. Mystical Space Typhoon on the back row. Is it going to be chainable? It is chainable. Gateway for another free dude. That is not great. I mean, honestly, in a simplified game state, if Dennis can make Dark Mist goes pretty hard against Dark Worlds, because it just keeps getting bigger every turn. Something like Dark Hole Hyperion also just straight up wins you the game. Set a back row. Okay. Wonder what this is. If it's a call on the Christie, a call on Christie is also pretty good. If it is a call, okay, Torrential Tribute. I mean, Yari will be able to get another Grapha into play here. Last card Gores. Nope, no last card Gores. Hyperion wins the game, like instantly. That looks like it. That's it, because you just pop, and then you swing for lethal. And I don't think there'll be a Veiler in Yari's match. There we go, Dennis takes it. So, we get Agents beating Dark Worlds. And are there any other matches still currently happening? Let me check bracket. I think that was the last match. So round 2 is up. Our X1s are Tai, Anto, Chiller Jeans, Samu, Grand Show, Trill Turban, and Dennis. Lewis, he was on that won him the game. He was on the gold because he dealings, and then Dennis discarded the gold and it popped the gates and popped the skill drain. I've seen people side gold against Dark Worlds, and I've seen people side Silva to just reset 2 cards from their hand back into the deck. Let's see. Has anybody started yet? I do not believe so. Yeah, that's side deck. That was game 3. Let's do 0.50. Kind of down to watch the tie game. I think tie is also usually on Dark Worlds. I think this one is also part of the... Wait, is this... Is Jay still in them? Is he playing? Or did Jay drop? I think Jay might have dropped. Yeah, Jay dropped after one loss. I don't think anybody's playing yet. Okay. Gary is playing. Let's watch this one. Alamasters was on Insectors for a long time, so I think this is Dark Worlds against Insectors. Legendary Dark World Agents with the Sky Scourges. I've never heard of Dark World Agents. That does sound kind of spicy, though. Okay, we're going to see Tour Guide to lead. Is it going to be Tour Guide, Sangan, Set Call? It's a very classic Insector first turn play. If he makes a Leviathan, there was probably the Call of the Haunted in the back. We're just going to see a pass on Tour Guide, Sangan. Upstart from Giari. I will migrate to the other game after it starts, just because we've already seen a bit of Dark Worlds last round. Snow. Damn, does he have a response to the snow? Or are you just thinking on what to discard? Hornet. That's very threatening. Saying if you remove my Sangan, your board goes. Hornet is really good against Dark World in general. I think Insector's got a pretty good game 1 matchup. It gets harder game 2, obviously, when they sideboard into like Dark Smogs and the viruses and stuff, but I think the game 1 matchup is Insector favored. Because like the field spells and Graph and stuff are just free cards to remove. And it usually doesn't play many active traps. I'm going to see if the other game has started. We can come back to that one after, but I want to spectate one of the undefeateds this round. Let's do... Is Ty still not playing? I don't think Ty is playing. Who is Ty supposed to be playing? Let me check the bracket. Trill Turban. I don't see either of them playing. Okay, there it is. Whoo! That's looking pretty good for Ty. That is pretty brutal. 2 back rows, Stardust, Levier, and a Garaffa. That's not an easy board for him to break. Especially with Dark Hole gone now. And you gotta assume he's got like a snow or something in his hand. Stratos comes out. Stratos gets summoned. See Stratos effect. Bubble me. Dark World can have a tough time dealing with like a big shining. So that is a potential possibility. There's Miracle. There's Big Boy Shiny. Kind of in a rock, like in between a rock and a hard place here, though. Stardust is a level 8, which means you can Heliopolis with the Stardust. Stardust is the one getting removed, so maybe there's like a Torrential or something in the back. That makes sense. Is that 1? Is that 2? Is that 3? No. Gotta be 2 monsters in the hand, otherwise I feel like committing to that Miracle Fusion would be pretty bad if you could have made an XYZ first. Gates will be used. Snow discarded. If he's got another discard outlet, we're probably going to see a Grapha come out here. Because I don't think there's another Graph in Ty's grave, right? Yeah, no other Graph in there. So Grapha will come out. We gotta see like a Dealings or something being used then, right? Reckless. Reckless Greed has been played. Allure. Ty is drawing some cards. We just got to see a discard outlet for the Grapha at this point. I would guess Trill Turbine's hand is like, ooh, Proset Storm. Probably like a Judgment. There's the Judgment. Viewing extra deck. You can tribute for Grapha, which is kind of funny. You can summon another level 4. Is it going to be a tribute for Grapha? I don't know about stopping that. That felt really greedy. I don't think it mattered, because you're dead either way now, because he just discards his Grapha. But, like, the Silva was no threat at that point. Unless there's two Graphas in Ty's hand. If there's not two Graphas in his hand, it's actually, like, not terrible. It's not terrible. Ty has to hit a discard card. And just Shining being 32 can be very annoying for Dark Worlds to deal with. Actually, wait, has he used Gates? He has. Oh no, he searched the graph off the Gates. So it's kind of just impending doom. Back row. Is there another dragon? Pass back. Alias comes out. Ty is locked for draws for the next 2 turns. Because Ty is just under Reckless. Yeah, I feel like you swing. I don't think Dark World ever really plays plays like a Deep Prison or something like that. Does he have a G-Spark? Is he going to go for the field spell? One of those is probably an MST. If there's nothing live and Torrential is not used. G-Spark. Into the back row. Okay, it's a Reckless Greed. I feel like that's a risky play. I feel like I would have done the Gates. Right? Oh, okay. Or you can just rip a heavy out of it. That's pretty good too. Deck dev's gone. Let's see what... 1, 2 dealings are gone. There's probably... If you can set this card, that means he needs either a Gates... Oh, it's a monster. It is a monster. If it was a Bubble Man... Right, because setting your cards turns off your opponent from using their drag down. Oh, that's it? Ty is locked. Okay, never mind. Grapha pop, and then you can... I hope that wasn't what you drew. But... yeah, that should be lethal. Another Grapha. And that's Bonk Bonk. That's lethal, isn't it? You got a Gorse? Okay, I was gonna say, that's like the biggest bluff of all time. So there's a hero bubble beat list playing Gorse? That would have been insane. I was not conceding instantly there. I'm letting that draw out. So let's see what... I know some people have also been siding out of the draw traps in Dark World just to play around Gemini. But let's see. It's interesting to see what strategies Dark World players are taking to kind of avoid getting hit by the really blowout side cards, and what blowout side cards are being sided in. Thunder King, pretty good. 1 back row, 2 back row. Pass. So this will turn off the snow. You can also just chump block a single Grapha Summon off of it. Allure of Darkness. Draw, banish. Here goes Tour Guide. It's interesting, it means Ty has to have another out here. Because I think Tour Guide is a fairly clean trade for the Thunder King. So I assume there's another out in there. There's dealings. Are we going to see a Jimps? Nope, it is allowed to resolve. Probably discarding like a Grapha. Alias goes bye-bye. Graph goes bye-bye. Goodbye to our friend Thunder King. Compulse is chained to protect the Thunder King. I think leaving Compulse in against Dark Worlds is interesting. Compulse is not very good against that deck. Trance Archfiend, free summon. Just swing for 15. Oh, that's why he banished the Tour Guide, because he can get it back for free. 1 back row, 2 back row. End phase MST on the set behind the Archfiend goes in match. I think that's a pretty good side against heroes. Okay, Thrasher's out. Are you just gonna bonk? Just gonna bonk. Tour Guide will get added back. So we know one of the cards in his hand is Thunder King. Torrential here would hurt. Torrential here would absolutely hurt. And I'm not sure the extra 300 damage or whatever you get on the Trance Archfiend is worth the potential of Torrential there. So you just lose a lot of your engine. Truman Durbin hasn't been in a spot to set his entire hand either, which was one of the main advantages that heroes can have against Dark World. Tour Guide's out. Tour Guide's effect resolve. For a copy of Brow. There is a Graph in the grave. Bottomless, or no, we're just going to see Thunder King negate. The only thing is that is probably just coming straight back down. Here comes Gates. Gates activate. Gonna draw some cards. 2 cards. Something like Hero Blast goes pretty hard right now. Unironically. Drag down? Yeah, there's drag down. If this isn't a back row, I don't know why he didn't set this. Or say if this is a back row. Oh. Especially if your opponent's already committed to setting, they probably don't have the Storm. You gotta set your hand against Dark World, so you take the risk. It just turns their whole deck off. Right? There's a Bottomless. We're going to see one of the viruses. I think there's only one live background. Oh. Card destruction. Snow. Super Poly goes bye-bye. The only thing I can think, he's already used his normal, is you can get like another Gates if you have like another Brow or another Silva in hand. Or, sorry, what are they called? It's not Brow. It's Silva and Beige. Beige is the one that special summons himself. Dealings out. Let's draw then discard. You could keep that. I guess he didn't want the MST? I'm gonna message him and let him know. Has got a lot of back row right now. Okay, he's changing the tour guide back to attack. This is looking pretty rough for Trill. He is down 2 cards. See, emergency call being played. Maybe for Stratios. I don't think Stratios has been used. He's not been used. Goes in match. That's pretty strong right now. I feel like you just let the Stratos die and get an alias or something, no? I mean, if you have any real back row, that's a good plan. Huh. You still get the effect. Okay, so Taya's gone through card destruction, 2 dealings, and I believe 2 drag downs. So 2 more discard cards. We're gonna see Thrasher Bonk. Red's 13, so that's 800. Call of the Haunted on Thunder King, maybe? Probably on Thunder King. Yeah, that's not bad actually. It's like quite a considerable amount of damage. Oh, I wasn't even in the battle phase. You just called it after. There's Grandpa. Popping Thunder King. Now, does Ty have another dude? He does. Grabs out. Oh. Eradicator spells is pretty rough here. If you've got like a chainable MST or something, or like a trap to stop the summon of that base, you're not in a bad spot right now. I think that's literally how you win if you're Trill. If you got good traps, you're actually not in a bad spot here. Alias. Bugs. 1900. No traps. So it's gotta be a really monster heavy hand, I guess. I think Ty probably wins this game. Yeah, this looks done. I don't see what you top deck out of this under Eradicated Virus. That is sadly very late for the Gemini Imps. That was a nice try from Trill and a well-deserved victory for Ty. Okay, who else is still playing? Yari is playing. And I think that might be one of our last matches. Let's double check the bracket. No. I mean, unless a bunch of people have not reported, there should still be Chiller Gene and Dennis playing as well. This looks pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. Unless it's Yari's turn, then it looks pretty not scary. This is interesting to keep in against Insectors. Does Tornado Roar, Roach, Prohib. Wonder whose turn it is. That makes a big difference right now. If it is Gyari's turn, this game is I don't know. It is. I mean, I guess the other Centipede hasn't been used. Oh, the field spell. No, Trag does not. Turtling up with the Zen Mint. All the centipedes are gone. One ladybug remains. I'll check. This is actually 4 rounds. Should be 4 rounds, right? sure that we get 4 rounds today. I think today is 4 rounds. Oop. Challenge. I think 5 rounds is a bit much for 14 people. Today will be a 4-round tournament this evening. He should, like, he still gets 2 removals off this, right? So that is a decent amount of pressure. And let's check Gary's Grave. 2 Dark World dealings. 1 drag down. And all copies of gates are gone. There are no more gates for Gary to use. Which is a really big hit to the consistency engine of Dark Worlds if all of your gates are gone. It's a bad feeling. We're going to see Heliopolis. It's Heliopopo. Tribute itself to target the back row. Call the Haunted. Don't think there was anything there. Callable? Nope. I think we know the last card in his hand is that Dragonfly, right? Yeah. Last card in hand is Dragonfly. Snow. Bounce for Grapha. Set 1. Deck Dev works. Deck Dev definitely works. Deck Dev is actually really brutal here. A Torrential Tribute. And that is also pretty brutal, because now Zenmaines will have to pop himself. Okay, that's pretty good. Probe Grapha. Gary needs an MST, otherwise I don't know how you punch over that. But Get Roasted Blood has also used their entire engine. They've got 1 Ladybug, and that is it. Trade-in being played. Gary's probably just hoping to hit like a Space Typhoon. Which I actually don't see any being used. No Space Typhoon, no Storm has been used. Could have sided them out, and in that case that's really rough, because that's probably going to stick for the rest of the game, and you will just not have graph access. Because there's no generic spot removal in this format's extra deck. Dragon Down's being used. Goes Threatening Roar. Probably double Snow. But all the gates are gone, and Yari is on 8 cards left in deck. He's honestly at risk of decking out here. There's dealings. Beige. Foolish Burial goes for Get Roasted Blood. I guess you can make a 4 to break the Zenmain. That's pretty much your only option to break the Zenmains. It's actually like kind of annoying to break. 2100 is a big defense stat. Right? That's like really annoying for a lot of people to break. Hey Dennis. How'd your game go? Is your game still going on? So the end of your game against Gyari? One, I believe in you. Clawed back, King. So we got a Dark World undefeated. I'm not sure what Trilogians is on. And we've got a Girgia undefeated. Let's see, upstart from Gyari. Gyari is on 5 cards left in deck. Okay, Snow. one, Mikey. Is that what the other undefeated is? Dino Rabbit? So it's Dino Rabbit. I feel like Papal Operative is a good pressure here. Papal Operative might be better pressure than Pearl. You can't set into it. I guess Pearl is still a 2-turn clock if you can't punch. Which is nice. Tour guide. Does it get roasted on a second Zenmates? Acid Golem also punches over. Acid Golem does punch over. Tour guide for tour guide. Overlay. Second Zenmates would be kind of funny. Acid Golem, also pretty good. Unless that back row's real. I don't know how you do with 4 cards to get over an Acid Golem. Set 1. I think Yari must have sided out the Spell Trap hate. Maybe left just Storm in or something. I guess it makes sense with Insectors playing pretty much all chainable cards. That's a big chunk. I don't see... All 3 dealings are gone. 2 drag downs are gone, so one of his last cards is probably dragged down. I do not see how you get... Prohib on Grapha is so unbelievably strong. It's our last match. It is. And that is it. Heavy Storm and Card Trooper. Get Roasted Blood will take it. And that would be an Insector, I believe. Doing well too. Okay. We're into round 3. Got another spicy tech for Dark World. Other than what you see, and I'm excited. Hopefully we see it today. There is still a Dark World in the top, so if you make it, you could play them. Let's set another timer for 0 hours and 50 minutes. And let's announce that round 3 is... And who have we not seen in the top cut yet? I think we've watched pretty much everybody. We've watched a tie game. We haven't seen Killer Gene, I don't think, or Killer Gene. I believe it is on Dino Rabbit. And, yeah, let's watch Killer Gene. Oops. So we got some more Dark World action. Dark World versus Dino Rabbit. Set 1 pass from the Dino Rabbit player. That is not great if it is Dino Rabbit. Oh. Card destruction. Oh! Is it a Dark World mirror match? Holy shit, I thought it was Dino Rabbit. That could have gone so... Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro. Blind card, I thought it was Dino Rabbit. Wait, Dennis, who'd you play last round? Okay, you played Mr. Astrodoodle. So you got paired down, I think? I guess it's a weird tournament because there's so little people, but... That could have been real bad. Could have been really bad. Oh. Upstart Goblindo. That's 1,000 life points for Adam. Or we can die. It's really hard game one to get anything going because it's literally a war of Gates of the Dark World. And I think Adam lost 2 in the opening hand because that's really your only discard outlet. Right? You can't use dealings, you can't use anything like that. Otherwise you're kind of cooked. This is not going to be good. YOLO. I guess you kind of have to. Oh! There was no Dark World! Both players are getting not punished! Snow gets TT'd. The fact that both of these are not Dark World is kind of funny. I mean, if you had a drag down, I would drag down now. This is your only time to drag down, like, ever. Because you know his 2 back row, or his 2 cards in hand, are not Dark World monsters. Here's the drag down. There's 2 again. The fact that this is actually, like, working is kind of hilarious. Yeah, I saw. That's the thing about Dark Worlds. Game 1 is, like, really nice, but Game 2 and 3 are just, like, brutal. There's so many games you don't even get to play because of the sideboard hate. And, like, even though Dark Worlds aren't the most popular deck, they're so disliked that people pack, like, 15 cards into their side deck for Dark Worlds. Not 15, but I think most people side at least 4, just because people hate playing against Dark Worlds. Ooh. This is the, like, most interesting Dark World mirror match I've ever seen. I've never seen somebody resolve a card destruction, followed by Dark World dealings, followed by, like, drag down, and neither player gets punished for it. Yeah, that prohibition was brutal. Because I'm guessing you sided out a lot of the spell or trap hate, right? Because like MSTs and stuff aren't really good against insectors. They're all chainable. So it makes sense to take those out. And that's the thing, like a lot of the normal side cards you can kind of deal with like Heliopolis or Rafa itself. But can't do that with Prohibition. This is probably going to be like siding into Dark Smogs and stuff. I feel like that's really the only way to kind of do that. Zen mains. Wind up Zen mains. Has hit the board. See 2 sets. That's the thing, like, even Dark Smog, you can't use it until your opponent has something engraved. So the discard outlets are lacking. Tour guide of his own. Are we going to see like a Tempo? I feel like setting everything is kind of interesting though, no? Because if it's like a torrential or something like that, if you Tempo here, you can detach a material, torrential will take off the other material. And then Zen Mains will be forced to pop itself in the end phase. Oh, Tempo is just staying chilling. This will, however, turn on Dark Smog for both players. There's a Reckless Greed from Ty. And I said nobody wants to activate the gates first, because this is the field spell rule format. But somebody has to eventually bite the bullet. I feel like you side into Spell and Trap Hate in the mirror match as well. Yeah, there we go. Because you just stop their gates from taking place. And you stop their smog, and then they don't have any available discard outlets. Like, with how little discard outlets there usually are games 2 or 3, this Reckless Greed can just like straight up brick you. There's the smog. Dust Tornado. I think Adam sided pretty well for this. Because literally all the discard outlets, aside from Trance, require you to have an active spell or trap. I am surprised that there was no end phase Dark Smog. Maybe Ty just didn't have anything, but there was the detached material from the Tempo. So he could have end phased if he had like a Grapha and tried to pop one in the back row, or just tried to get a draw in safely. Trance, there is another discard outlet. So, oh no! Damn, 3 back row, 3 interactions. Ty is still up by some cards, but this is kind of brutal. Gotta hope that's a Dark Smog, because Ty's not drawing for 2 turns. Now, Adam's going to establish his own gates. And this could just kind of be curtains. Temtempo is also a fiend, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this guy's 3k. Which is kind of insane. We'll let Adam know. That's a fucking fat tip tempo. Okay, so maybe it is another Dark Smog. It needs to be a Dark Smog. And I think you end phase it here if you have anything to do. There is Ty's own gates. Oh my god, bro. Ty has not been able to resolve a card the entire time. Holy shit. That was brutal, bro. MST, dust, MST, bottomless. I mean, it makes sense. I think that's just very well sided by Adam. Right? Very well sided. Heavy spell trap removal against the fact that games 2 and 3, their only discard outlets are spells and traps. Very well sided. Let's see who else is playing still. Who is still in the tournament? Okay, Gary's out. Milko, Dennis, Samu. We spectated Anto? No, we haven't. Let's watch this. See if we can actually see some robo-rabbiting happening. Hey, can you... I'm tripping. Okay. Yeah, I'll come. Okay. Where is he? There he is. I'll stay on this game, but... I think you can actually banish it, but it just wouldn't. Yeah. Right, once per turn you can send a monster from your hand to the graveyard, then target one card in either graveyard. Yeah. Because right, it would still be in the chain link. You send the Wyvern, gets banished before the resolution of the chain, where it can actually trigger. I think it's like DD Crowing in Atlantean. Just straight pass. That's probably reading a Gores or Trag from Antonio. Is that one? Is that another? I feel like if there's a Gores or a Trag, you can kind of just accumulate advantage. Ooh, Macrocosmos. That's pretty good. He can no longer charge with a Light Brigade. I feel like with 7 cards in hand, you can even like bump into the armor, take some battle damage if you have Trag, drop the Trag, and you're just chilling. Could be a set decree. There's the armor. No Veiler will be able to respond. Here's the race car. I'm sorry, by the way, if the commentary is a bit lackluster today. I'm absolutely exhausted, so. Set the armor in. Awesome card D. There's a lot of advantage. Force move. Set 1 back row, end phase. Draw 2. Decree goes hard. Oh, I was about to say recharge. Set another back row. Pass turn. Macrocosmos can just be the death of Chaos Dragons, obviously. Especially with how deep Samu is digging into his deck. MST. Ooh. +1 off the MST. That's a big hit. Crazy thing is they're near like even card advantage now. Oh, sure, the draw Samu will just be +1, and he +2 last turn. Okay, there's the Maxi. This is probably trying to bait out a Gideon. I'm not sure. I mean, you can kind of just pass on this. It's a bit risky, but if you've got good defense, I think you just turtle up. Is you're like immune from Dark Hole. Good reason I'm calling it MOP monthly because the payout is 100. I probably should call it REDU monthly or like just make it Excalibur Cup again, but these were just special events that we're hosting with slightly larger pricing, so that's why it is called that. Sandy Jan hits the board. Sandy Jan Dark Hole maybe? We're just gonna try and swing over the arsenal while it gets no value. Dark Hole now would be insane, but no Dark Hole. Yeah, it is kind of random. Messenger of Peace, I don't know. As I said, this is probably going to be the last like officially named Messenger of Peace monthly. I think I'm just going to go back to Excalibur Cup after this. Arsenal special summon. The question is, what do you make? Do you just double Gigan up? It says it's reconnecting, but I can still see the game. Okay, there's a lag. Whoa, okay, so Shockmaster probably here? Shockmaster call effects to avoid getting blown out by a Dragodian? Or no? No? I guess triple Gigan. I feel like this is one of the few times where Shockmaster is value in Gurgia. Unless you get Veilered, you get the Sangan out, you don't risk Tracker Ores. And I don't think there is a light in Anto's grave, so there's no risk of a Chaos Monster hitting the board. I think that might be the best play. Could be that he has Veiler, because there's nothing that's really like worth Veilering, because he had 2 armor set. And Veiling in Geekin feels pretty bad. Does look like we are unlocking the shock. This is a pretty insane push. Monster. If you play it, ooh. Is that lethal? That's lethal with Acid Golem. That's insane. What a line from Samu, bro. That's a sick line. That was an absolutely sick line. Who is still playing? Trill against Dennis. Let's watch Trill against Dennis. So I think Trill is up a game, if I remember how the ordering works. Is that Space Typhoon? Oh no, it's just wording on the alias. Mirror Force on Stradios. I love that deck in GOAT. That was one of my favorite decks in GOAT. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. I think that was like, I'm not sure if that's the one from like the original one I did, or if that's the one I did later at the GGP. But like during COVID, everybody was playing goats, and we were all playing goats, and then it kind of got stale, so we just decided to play around with, like, kind of lesser explored stuff in goat, and that made goat fun again. And then goat evolved to the triple dust shoot main deck meta, and now I do not like goat anymore. At that GGP I went to, I had two of the fastest games of my life, where game one, he dust shoot me after duoing me, and I was down to 3 cards, and he had, like, 2 judgments with warriors. And then game 2, I got to go first, and I got my own dust shoot, and I just set dust shoot past, and I dust shoot him, and his hand was judgment, delinquent duo, reinforcements of the army to get Donzalug, like, I think graceful charity, and ring of destruction. And I'm just like, I just lose. I just instantly lose. I am down. Oh no, he had a duo. He had a duo as well. So I was down to 2 cards in hand, like game 2, turn 2, and I'm like, okay. I already don't like the 1 dust shoot in Edison, so 3 dust shoot in Goat is not as fun. Goat could still be somewhat enjoyable, but ooh, another Mirror Force from Dennis. That's pretty big. He will get the plus off the Shining. But depending on what his hand is, you wonder if he's going to add back everything or just one of them. He's adding back everything. Because now Bubble Man is kind of offline. Have you seen Cub Gaming, or I think that's the name, Cub Gaming? His channel's really entertaining. Like, I don't even play Goat, but I love watching the, like, random stuff he cooks up for the, I think it's like Jank Deck Mondays or whatever. There's got to be an honest. Otherwise I don't see why you reborn this alias. But there's so much fun, like, especially if you're playing, like, pure jank. If you just make, like, an agreement to play jank, there's so many, like, shit boss monsters in Goat format that have the most obnoxiously, like, awful summoning conditions. Like Spirit of the Pharaoh, the Great Dazar, or whatever. There's just so many of these fun, like, awful cards that were released that have really difficult summoning conditions. Reborn. Thunder King is gone. He can't reborn that, Dennis. Cannot be special summoned. Yeah. You sadly cannot reborn that. That sounds kind of spicy. One of my friend's favorite deck was the Sonic Bird deck, where you played, like, the Emissary of the Afterlife and Sonic Birds. I think also kind of the power disparity in Goat. I mean, obviously you have your best decks, but the fact that Trinity exists means you can kind of sack your way into winning with a lot of strategies. Yeah, he can't do that. Okay, he knows. King Dragoon is also hilarious. Like, that one person played that Reasoning Gate Turbo list that just, like, pumps out Horus with King Dragoon. And then I think the only out that most decks play to that is, like, Tribe. Tribe or BLS. Yeah, you can't. The list that topped it, or that won the 3v3 UTW was also really spicy. I think it was like limiter removal reasoning gate or something like that. It was by Rick Novak, who has all the Edison tops. That deck looked pretty fun. I don't know. Even though I don't like the current iteration of where GOAT is at, I still have a lot of fond memories because I still remember back in the day that was the format literally everybody played. Like at locals, everybody was playing GOAT. Everybody had a GOAT control deck. And I still think those original GOAT mirrors are really fun, but nobody plays the original GOAT mirrors anymore. Because GOAT control is B tier at the moment, B or C tier. I still remember everybody had the same list. People were still playing Exarion Universe back then, until they realized it wasn't actually in the format, and it's incredibly broken and one of the best arcs you can play. Played that for a while, but the Cranes made no sense. I think Crane is literally just like an upstart, and it just varies your number of levels, right? But I don't really. I think you probably have a better opinion on the deck than I do. I don't know all too well. Dennis is just turtling behind this Zenmate. He's been sitting behind him for a while. He still has not seen an agent. And using Venus puts him pretty dangerously low. There's a bottomless trap hole. That's unfortunate. With that, bye-bye Venus. How you doing, pup? On your way to the beach. Have a good day at the beach. It looks like a nice day. Oh yeah, Stein Turbo. Was it playing Megamorph? I can't remember. All I remember was thinking the deck looked really cool. And one of my friends played against it in the 3v3 and just got clapped. So... I'm surprised that Trillman hasn't gone for a Photon Papilloperative. Maybe he doesn't play the Papilloperative. Because that just makes Zenmates a punching bag in attack. Yeah, that is fair. Crane does kind of delay it, but I guess it's also something you can set for Monster Gate. But it's definitely not something you want to hit. Was he on 3 Crane? How many Cranes was he on? Here's Thunder King Ryo. He's a big Thunder King Ryo, too. Oh, there was no Sork either. Okay. 3 Crayons, just BLS? Huh. How are the other games going at the moment? Let's see. Chiller Jeans, Ty, we watched that game. And it's Wagga against Alamasters and Dennis against Trildurin. So this is one of the last 2 games. Yeah, 500 is good. This is like an agentless agent deck at the moment. We've seen one Venus who's been very quickly vanished. I'm not judging you guys. I love you guys. Don't worry about it. Take your time. What do you replace the Cranes with? Do you just... Did he play 3 Stein in the original? Do you just up the number of Steins and then add like more consistency cards? Thunder King goes bye-bye. Yeah, I'm really surprised Trill has not gone for Photon Papilloperative. That gives Dennis a bit more life. But Photon Papilloperative just puts Dennis on like a massive clock. He kind of has to let the Gachi die. And if you punch over it, oh my god, it's the whole squad. The whole squad has arrived. Alias, alias, alias. The whole gang is here. That's crazy. Here probably comes the Papilloperative to force Gachi to die, and then you can just... Okay, never mind. No. It is Excalibur. I mean, he was kind of reading into having Honest a lot of the time. So if he's got Honest, he just wins. I've also, like, I'm not sure whose list Trill's playing, if Trill's playing his own list. But I think Poppy is necessary in Heroes to deal with Spirit Reaper. Because otherwise that card can be a little annoying. There's the Honest. That should be it. Here for a Big Bang Shot. Fucking love Big Bang Shot, man. That's a fun card. I like Mirror Force too. Probably catches a lot of people off guard if they think you're just playing like Reasoning Gate, Super Turbo, and not playing any real traps. Dennis was at 38, I believe, so it should just be lethal. The 4,000 is just game over. Evan today is smaller. Today's only 14 people. Troll Turban takes it. And Is the last match still going on, or is that the end of the round? I would be surprised if the last match is going on that we did not see. I do not see L Masters, so I think we are now, as soon as Dennis reports, we will be in our last round of Swiss. Or no, that's a replay. Where's the bracket? There's the bracket. So yeah, we just need Dennis to report, and then we're good. So Ty, Trill Turban, Noel, and Waga are all competing for spots in the top. Samu and Chillergene are just playing for seeding. I think there should be exactly, yeah, so those guys are playing winner makes it through. Don't think, let's watch the Robo Rabbit matchup. First, just because we got to see Robo Rabbit. That's a really good record. That's insane. 3 out of 20 games against the 2 best decks in the format is nuts. I guess the thing is, in GOAT, there is literally like no way you really stop it unless you play Karibo. So, you see first turn Rabbit coming out from Noel. We're going to set 1, set 2. First turn Laggy, set 2. I really do enjoy Super Poly in the main deck in Heroes just to deal with a lot of the like nasty boards people make. That's an out. There goes the negate. See emergency call being used. Probably a Stratos being searched. Or an alias if there's like a spark. Here comes Alien, or here comes Stratos. It's going to be a warning. Cold Madness, we'll try to. And I think in the next few weeks I'll try and run, like, even if it's a smaller one, I'll try and run it on Saturday instead of Sunday so more people can play. Because I know, especially for like people in different time zones, it's kind of annoying to have it on a Sunday if you have to go to work the next day. But I will be running that. There's going to be a single elimination tournament on Friday for people that want to join, and Fraser is also running a single elimination tournament on Tuesday. So if you want to play some more, there's some chances. I'm not sure what time zone you are in, so I'm not sure if the Fraser one is like a bit too late. But where are you going on holiday? I hope you have a good break. come back refreshed and wind some people up. I guess that's the thing with like the reasoning gate decks in general. It doesn't really rely off too much of your own plays. You just have to open well and mill well. Because there's no real cards engraved that do anything, unless you like colossally fuck up. Like when I playtested against, we were debating on what to play for the 3v3, and my friend was originally going to play Reasoning Gate for GOAT. And like it's either a game that you just kill somebody and instantly, or it's a game where like you don't really get to play. Oh heck yeah, I've heard the south of Italy is beautiful, man. Why was it an intense year? School or work or just a lot of life stuff in general? I'm happy for you though. It's been intense. It's always nice to be able to have a break and kind of reset a bit. Eat some good food. Enjoy the sun. Oh, Maxi. This feels like this could be really punished by a torrential. So, did we see a Mirror Force in game? Going for Shockmaster. Ooh, okay, there's a judgment. Is there another compulse? Is there another compulse? Like, I don't feel you make this Shockmaster unless you can guarantee game behind the Shockmaster. I think you just punch for damage. Other projects. Girlfriend too. I'm happy you're getting a break, man. I hope you can really relax and de-stress, and I'm sorry it's been a hard year. Oh no. Oh no. There are so many cards used to make that Shockmaster. That's so rough. That is so rough. I guess it's hard to read what the back row is, but if you just kept poking, those compulses would have been so bad. I mean, that's the thing, right? I think you're completely right on that. The deck is just engine. So you can't really side out all your engine. And your main goal is to kill them anyway, so you can't like side in cards like Zombira and stuff like that, because they kind of just hinder your plan. And if you open broken enough, it doesn't matter what they have. I mean, they can side like Roar and stuff like that, but otherwise, just like more spell and trap removal, I guess, that's it. And Karibo is Karibo. Some people side that in against you, and you can't counter side against Karibo. It was the same like when the Rescue Cat deck first came out. We started playing that, and we're like, oh, this deck is really fun and really good. Seems to OTK very easily. And then you realize it just gets munched by the side, and it can't side much on its own. All three Sabersaurus are gone. Are we going to see Mechanical Chaser? Oh, Bottomless Trap Hole. Is there a copy of Lance? Or nope, he is gone. We'll see the tour bus happen. Yeah, returning Alias I think is the right move. I was going to say there's only one hero for Live Miracle Fusion. Yeah, it gets its effect. It's just when it's sent to the grave. When this card is sent to the graveyard. Is GOAT big in Germany? I know GOAT's really big in Italy. That GOAT Format Italia or whatever, they have pretty big tournaments. And honestly, the Edison majors in Italy also seem insane. I guess that's why you're such a good player, Cold Madness. It seems like you have like a very high quality player base in Italy. And a lot of people that just like retro formats. Yeah. I feel you on that as well, Gian. I think, honestly, I just like decks where you feel like you're winning because of your actions more. I think Chaos Control is a deck where you definitely feel like you are winning because you, like, deserve to win a lot of the time. Oh, damn. You got a lot of diversity in formats. Mechanical Chaser, set 1. This is looking like Noel is probably going to win this. Oh. Double Mechanical Chaser. That seems nice, though. Having like a variety of retro formats probably keeps things a lot more fresh. That was still the craziest thing for me, just like how much that shifted off being the retro format. Because I said that used to be like the only retro format anybody played. And I still remember there was so much hype around it during COVID. Like all the cards skyrocketed. Everybody was playing GOAT when they finally like lifted the restrictions. And when we had the first YCS Vancouver, like right after Edison was introduced, it went from it being like 50-50 GOAT Edison players to I think during YCS Vancouver like 3 GOAT pods launched, and halfway through day 1 there were like 35 or 36 Edison pods. Sounds good. Thanks for tuning in, Cold Madness. Always nice to talk to you or see you play, and see you in the next few weeks. Hope you have a great vacation, man. But I guess it's just more solved than Edison, and there's like less viable decks, I guess. And I think it's also like a nostalgia thing. A lot of players that really like enjoy retro formats are like, I'd say probably slightly older than the regular Yu-Gi-Oh player base. And I guess if you go back like 10 years ago, the people that were reminiscing on old formats were the people that played during GOAT format. And now it's more the people that played during like Edison and Hat and stuff like that. You still do have some of the older players that really enjoy and have like nostalgia for GOAT. But set 3. Sabersaurus is being run out, and Sabersaurus is leaving. Oh damn, GGPs in Germany get over 100 people? That's actually, like, very good numbers. The GGP in Seattle that I went to, I think had like 70 people. And Seattle has like a pretty big goat community, or they had a pretty big goat community. So over 100 that seems very good numbers for a format that isn't like the most popular retro format. Tour guide. Valor on the tour guide. Maybe Book of Moon. Due to the venue side. That's why Seattle was actually capped. They ran out of tables, so me and my friend had to play on like a dusty table from the back. And we were right next to a fan that kept blowing our cards away. They eventually did find us another spot to play, but that was an experience. The venue was like not the best venue. Because there was a one-piece regional going in, so the whole like main section of the venue was taken for that. And we were like in a back room with no AC and like a fan literally right beside our desk that was blowing all of our shit everywhere. Cap due to the size venue, sub 100. Oh. What is Hero set? Is that a Snowman? Snowman Eater was actually pretty good. It's on Esto. Yeah, it was definitely not the best experience I've had at an event. It was actually horrible. There were some nice people though, so like the people was nice, the staff was nice. It was just like not a great venue. So, well, I think that whole like experience kind of soured GOAT format for me a tiny bit. I said community really nice, venue was awful. And the gameplay was not very fun for me, but otherwise, I don't know. People at my locals are actually picking GOAT up again. Like, nobody had a GOAT deck for like 2 years, and now people are all building 1 or 2 GOAT decks to have. So maybe it's coming back a tiny bit too. And I said, I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, the people were really nice. I found, honestly, I've never had, like, too many bad interactions with the, like, Time Wizard community. Most of the players are pretty mature. Oh. Let me just... Oh, damn, you have a lot of toxic people in GOAT. I normally see more stuff happening online than I do in person. But... I feel like the thing is, like, if you're really like rude and toxic. The community is so small most of the time for retro Yu-Gi-Oh that you're gonna get kind of blacklisted in a way, or at least like if you can't really be an awful person too consistently if you're among like the same group of people, or they're just not gonna want you around. Monster Reborn on Guaiba. I feel like this is... I guess it's just pushing damage. Not sure about the overlay. If he gets compulsed again, I would be sad for him. Please just make like a Maze Stroke. If you want to try and attack Clay, make a Maze Stroke. Nope, Utopia. That's going to eat a Bottomless. That is 100% going to eat a Bottomless, or like a Judgment? Damn. Man did not want Utopia around. Yeah, I guess she might not have another out for it, but... That's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, it hasn't properly special summoned. You can bring back your Honest. And then bounce it. Please swing. Nope. So I got the sneeze. Is it gonna get prisoned? That's a pretty good trade. I'd trade Utopia plus half your opponent's life points. And like with this Honest Call, that puts a lot of pressure on Noel. Because he just bounces this back, and then you're at like 2,800, a Miracle Fusion into Shining. Just kind of kills you. Oh, leaving the Honest in attack, okay. Well, thank you for the bless you. That's very kind. Rabbit. Bunny comes. Mechanical Chasers come. Oh no, Saber Sorcerers come out. That makes a lot more sense. Now the question is here. Do you greed and get punished by a Battle Trap? You do not. You go into the Loggia. Is that going to eat a warning? I feel like you probably would have warning the Rabbit effect, maybe. Is that going to go through? Double D prison? No? No response. Wonder what the heck the back row is. There's a tour guide. This is pretty brutal. I think this could just be game. Tour guide into tour bus. My other favorite retro format, because it was probably the time I was like most active in Yu-Gi-Oh, was Waterfire. I like Waterfire, and I like, I think it's called Vegas. I like both of those formats. I like them more than Hat. It's pretty much just Hat without Soul Charge. But it was a pretty like fun, diverse time in Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Lots of different strategies topping. It's a bit interesting because it's different from all the other retro formats other than Hat, and the fact that Heavy Storm is banned, but you got Excite Night, so you can blow like massive boards up if people overextend. But I really enjoyed that format. It's like Mermail, Firefist, Girya, Boojans, Harpies, Spellbooks. Girya Curry was also very good. So many. Yeah, Waterfire is a great format. It's a really good format. Fire King was also decent because they had 3 Rekindling. There's like 10 plus decks. Starlight Road and Super Poly. Ooh. So that should be Noel advancing. And let's see who else is still playing. I think literally almost everybody is. It is. Let's watch Ty. If Ty is still playing. There it is, Ty versus Ragamuffin. And they are currently 1-1. Okay, that's not good. Traps. That must mean he has another way to summon this Grapha. There goes Bottomless. Another rabbit is live, if there is another rabbit. Battle phase, punch. Main phase 2, make like a Lagia. Steel Swarm. Oh, I don't like the Roach. I do not like the Roach. This is 2 negates, yes. But, I didn't even... I'm fucking dumb. It's a Fiend. It's a Fiend. Why did I never know this? This is a Fiend. How did I not know? Because then you can't just run it over with the snow under gates, because it gains too. Okay, we're going to have to see gates cycling here. Ty needs to have Grapha in hand. I think Ty has 1 Grapha in grave. Is there 1 banished? 1 Grapha banished. So there's 1 Grapha left in deck to pop this Roach. That does it too. What are Waga's outs? Oh, does Ty not have another Dark World? Ty does not have another Dark World. Thunder King. Bonk. He's at 900. How many Dark Worlds does Ty have left? Probably a lot. Yeah. We know Ty has... I'm surprised he didn't summon the snow. I mean, just punch over and then return. to set another back row. 900 is risky life. It's low life. Medolce is good in Waterfire. It's funny that Gigavise is also good. I feel like Sylvan's is just better Gigavise though, no? Oh, all the traps, man. Probably just cooked, right? I think that will probably be Ty advancing. No, there's the Gemini Imps. And that should be it. Ty should advance. GG's. So I think that does give us our top cut. We still got a few people that have to play, but I do believe everybody else is kind of out. Let's see if we can spectate Froggo. Froggo versus El Loco, or no? I'm actually not sure if they are still playing. I don't know anyone's username. Nope, he conceded. Okay. / no show. El Loco. I think we just missed the other game. So that should probably be our top cut now. Right, that should be everybody recorded, I think. Yep. Okay, and our bracket will be got some Chiller Jeans, Mr. Doodle and Ty. Wait, did no one make it? Oh, no, I think that is right. Am I dumb? At Chiller. Can't be, right? Unless that was inaccurately reported. Oh, no, okay, no. It is, Noel is Mr. Doodle. So I'm gonna let you guys... Oh, were you playing frogs, Froggo? No! Damn, I wanted to see frogs. I'm sorry I missed you all tournament. I would have loved to see some frogging happen. I think we just spectate the first game we see. Ty against Noel. I'm sad we missed the frogs. Sabersaurus, set 1. Pass. Dark World Dealings. Declare the effect of Sabersaurus. Snow. Think. I wonder what. Take your time. Got like a judgment. Just trying to rush them now. Sangan. Honestly, the fact that Noel is playing Tour Bus is decent in this matchup because you can shuffle the Rafa back in their deck. I think this is still a pretty hard matchup for this version of the deck. Dark World Dealings comes out. Sabersaurus effect resolves again. Grapher to hand. 2 dealings are gone, so maybe we see a gate. It's probably not going to be dragged down. If that's an MST, that's pretty good. Grapher target back row probably. Chain Compulse to keep the Sabersaurus around. Brow. Bounce the brow. Special the grab. I guess that's fair. It's just a free card, right? Otherwise you lose it. And you just take a bit more damage now. Lore. Digging. Back row set. Graphic can be pretty problematic to deal with for Dino Rabbit. Mech Chaser comes out. Monster Reborn is activated on Snow. I don't think any 4s punch over the Grapha, right? Even the Maestro flips it down. Just Maestro in defense. 2600 booty. See 2 back row. Reckless Greed. Fired off. Trance hits the board. Little upstart goblin there for free. Space Typhoon hits. Trance will also be a little bit annoying to deal with. Although, depending on Ty's hand, be pretty bricked. There's a lot of monsters in there. We know there's one monster. I'm pretty sure. We know there's one Dark World. It's gonna be super nag. I'm confused to why this is happening. Oh, track down. That would have been pretty good. Grapha. Because once that Gates is gone, the draw engine is kind of gone. What is the Grapha going to pop? Is it going to take a material off the Maystroke? Is it going to take the back row out? Compulse randomly goes kind of hard here, if it is a Compulse. We are still in game one. Okay, Blessed Avarice. Bunk. And bunk. Two materials gone. Or one material gone. Set another back row. So maybe there's another Reckless there. Heavy Storm, Rescue Rabbit right now. That would do it. I'd do it pretty good. Like a BLS. Tour Guide. Tour Guide effect. For the bus. Is there only one Grapha? No, there's another graphic. Reborn on Grapha goes kind of hard too. You can clear the Grapha. The question is, do you leave them with the trance? Because if you clear the trance, they get one of you guys back. And then they have a Grapha. Solemn Judgment on the Levier. Fat Monster Reborn. I mean, you can shuffle back in the other Grapha. I think you do shuffle back in the other Grapha, no? You still do get the tour bus. Unless I missed it. Did I miss? No, left that there. Okay. That's another monster, I guess. Darkwood Dealings. It gets played. Draw, discard. Cardita, Snow Effect. Or Grapha. Is there another drag down or another thing here? Is the question. Tour guide, pretty big. Psalm warning. Goodbye to the tour guide. $900 punk. I mean, if he has an out to the Grapha. Oh. Or she doesn't have an out for the Grapha. Set a back row. Hopefully there's a back row, no back row. This is rough. Alright, this game's probably curtains. While they're siding, I'll try and open the other game. Thanks for tuning in to the entire stream, by the way. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Sylvans are the reason I don't like hat format. They make the most disgusting boards that I've ever... Like, one of my friends at Locals would always play, and he'd like double Felgrand, start a Spark, set Vanity's Emptiness. You're like, okay. You're just dead. Like, you're just flat dead. Where's the other top 8 match? Or top 4. So Samu won game 1. Dark World's losing at game 1 is rare, but it has happened. Dark Worlds are one of the few decks I think have a pretty good matchup too. Oh yeah, I guess that's like actually nuts, right? You Mathman send a Dandelion, get your 2 tokens, soul charge the Dandelion back, make melee. Or no, you probably go Mathematician send a Lone Fire, right? Then Lone Fire, bring out Dandy from the soul charge, and then you can revive the Lone Fire with the Malier. Which got Solemn Judgment, card destruction? Heavy Storm. Foolish Burial. For Grapha, probably. Does not look like it's the best hand from Ty. If there's like a bottomless here or something, that's rough. Oh, that's okay. One of those is probably a DDV. Okay, now drag down. An Eradicator could just end this game. Like, flat out just end this game. There's an MST on the new one. There's an Eradicator. There's a Dust Tornado. There's a Torrential. There's a Dust. It was all back row removal. Rescue Rabbit off the top. Rescue Rabbit off the top. Nope, 2 back row. That was funny. Literally 3 spell trap removals. Shoop. Forbidden Lands? Forbidden Land? Crash. It's not great. Top Deck Rabbit. Come on, give us a game 3. No. His Gates. Will there be 4th MST variant? It is resolving. Snow. Rafa. Gates for Gates. Psalm Warning hits the deck. Set 2 back row. Rabbit is... Oh, okay. This game is on. This game is on, baby. How you doing, Marcus? Nice to see you. Don't even assault charge, just chunk forward and spell striker. It's kind of cool because that's a really unexplored deck from the time. I don't think anybody was playing that. How is Handsome Man who top 8s every event he goes to doing, man? Your consistency has actually been insane. I think you've top 8'd like every one of the most recent UTWs or RBETs you've attended. And it's got unbeatable consistency. There's a Logia. And I think most of the graphics are gone. 2 graphics are gone. Today only 14. 2 people wanted to sign up but didn't have time. So we're going to a game 3. Today was only 14. Today was a smaller day. I think that's probably one of the smallest locals we've had. It's rare for us not to break 16, but I think there's an RBET going on or something, so we'll use that as an excuse, you know. And the player quality is pretty good today. We have a lot of like regular players that are pretty good. The other final is Samu, I think, on Pure Gear against Chiller Jeans playing Dark World. And let me... Why can't I super chat? What's a super chat? Any chat with you in it is already a super chat, Marcus, because you're a super guy. No, don't give me money. Give me your presence and your beautiful smile. That's all I need. And we're good, Marcus. They just made an XYZ with Gemini imps, bro. Holy shit. Man just made an XYZ with 2 Gemini. Bro, what the fuck? I think that's the first time I've seen double Gemini imps into anything. That's kind of funny. I guess they just weren't useful in the hand? Reborn defense positions endmates. Big boy. Is that gonna get bottomless? It's gonna get judgmented. Shit. Is that it? Gemini beat down. Oh, well, that bluff set is bad. This is pretty hard to deal with for 0 cards on Dark World. You know, I would have just punched with the Gemini Imps. Then you're sending a message. Oh, he got it anyway. I don't even know what you necessarily make here, though, because you don't have a graph engrave. You just pass? Thunder King. Bottomless on the Thunder King. I'm intrigued why you go for the Reborn here, though. Right? Because you don't have anything you can convert off the Reborn. Are you going to the Midwest Clash event? I don't know. I'm definitely going to go to the REDU one he's going to host. I kind of wanted to go to the one that was in Ohio, but there's no flights to Ohio. I looked it up. You have to, like, fly somewhere else. There's no direct flights or anything from Vancouver to Ohio. I think it's a long drive. So, I got to see. The tournament sounds insane. Like, all the people going, the prizing. The guy who's hosting it seems very friendly. Skill drain here, maybe? Okay, he's just going after the back row. Are you fully booked in for that now, Marcus? There goes DDV. Snow again. Pass again. Okay, that's curtains. Is it not a bad drive from Chicago? I might look into that, man, if you're okay with that. I feel bad. I'll definitely, like, compensate you if you're driving, but... When is it again? So, like, mid-August? Where is this? So I might look and see how much flights are. Sell an ulti Caius or something and hop on over. If it's not terrible. Okay, that is one final. And, oh! No L1 as well, I think. Damage step, yeah, I missed that. Let's watch that replay. So the finals is Georgia against Robo Rabbit. Let's see what we missed. Game 3 of this set. Yeah, that's not awful. It's kind of weird. Does Ohio not have any like large international airports? There's no flights there. D-fish are activated afterwards. Skill drain. Protecting that with a judgment. Snow comes back. Oh yeah, that's brutal. That's oof. That was a quick one. That was a quick game. So our finals. Let me pull that up. Add that text. Okay, finals are Giga versus Robo Rabbit. I'll look into it, Marcus. If you're offering to do that, I'd obviously like compensate you for. I'd pay for like all the gas and everything like that. But I'm gonna see. I gotta see how much flights are to Chicago. Marcus, you are literally the sweetest human being in the world, man. I appreciate that a lot. That's a very kind offer. What else is Bad Apple? Are they just splitting outright, or? I can. All right, that is going to be it. Oh, dude, you're the best. Thank you so much. I guess that's it. I guess the finals isn't being played out. They decided to split the cash. So they are just both first and second. And that is what that is. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you being here. And hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday morning / afternoon.